July 17, 2022. Marcus Giovanni here, Marcus Giovanni Show. We're talking about Dan Caplis Law. And it's amazing because he came out on his podcast on iHeartRadio, and it's all over the place. But it's not getting many views because he just shot the Republican Party right in the foot with ignorance. Because it just that's the way it goes. But he came out, and he's an attorney, and attorneys, believe it or not, if you Google search "Who Has Absolute Authority Over the Internet" by Marcus Giovanni, you'll find out that it's an attorney. There's three parts, okay? But Google has absolute authority over its own domain. I'm only talking about Google. Lawyers have absolute authority because they are what? Lawyers. And then the last person that has, if you call it a person, is me. The messenger, the observer indexer. And when I saw that news feed that came across that this guy Andy for Denver is boasting, he's an Army intel officer, you would think at least he would know about the Spear Amendment. But see, what they want to do is, we're going to be the first Republican in 60 years, and in their minds, every 60 years after. And Democrats just ain't going to let that happen. Because even the Democrats don't go out during an election, even though they're wrong, and they've had a monopoly for the last 60 years. Every department, every judge, not every judge. Independent judge. So, and independent judges have been hired, and I think judges should stay out of politics. They should clean up their own ways. They need to get digitalized. But for Dan Caplis Law, he's a personal injury. He's all about cheese. See his face over here? Cheese whiz. Oh, hey, I'm Dan Caplis. And did you know that we're supporting a candidate to be the first GOP member in Denver? Oh, shit, dog. Holy crap, Edge. But I'll tell you this, he's the first Republican GOP candidate. Don't mind that non-political stuff, because that's just garbage. I mean, it worked for the Democratic Party, didn't it? And I'm just a slime ball, according to me, in my own opinion, in my own voice, herewith. Dan, you're an idiot, bro. You and Jimmy Sinsberger, you guys are the biggest kiss asses I have ever seen in my entire life. Hands down. You know who told me you were a kiss ass too, Dan? And he's not here to defend it, but I guarantee you, I had the last interview with him. He was my friend. I loved him. He was my mentor. I loved him. Mort Marx. Mort Marx was a man that could do and say what he wanted without retribution. And when he got older, he started realizing that if you can't battle, then you're going to stay out of the kitchen, bitches. You know, if you're looking for Mr. Diplomatic, I'm not him. If you're looking for me to lie to you, I'm not him. If you're looking for me to bullshit you all, I'm not him. You get this guy, Mr. Bullshit 630 KHOW. My name is Dan Caplis, and let me tell you something. I'm a complete fucking moron. I'm an attorney, and I didn't even know about the Spear Amendment that was passed back in 1916. And it was done by who? Honorable Mayor Robert W. Spear, a Democrat who saw the future of how one party could wreck an entire city. Hence, the City Beautiful is now a decay city ran by Mayor Hancock, followed before, any time therewith, who started it all? Mayor Hickenlooper. Yeah, that's right, boys and girls. Mayor Hickenlooper, very nice guy, knows his beer, likes to suck on the bottle with his teeth. What? I didn't say that. I love him. But I'm going to tell you something else. But for me, folks, You can throw your voice, you can pretend you're somebody else, and what happens is artificial intelligence knows. And now we're all being voice indexed. And the people that are in IT right now, I'd say 90% of them don't have. I mean, I'm being nice. But it's been a few years, and now what they're doing is they're starting to come around, but they're acting as if. They're acting as if they started it. Now, we have an example. We have a candidate I used based off cloud content that I had stored with the guy way back in 2015 elections when he failed to win District 9. His name is hashtag Bolivian. And you Google search that and tell me what you see. And it can get worse because we wait for people to go and do their move and then we're pouncing it because we get alerts. We've been doing this for 3 elections. This is our 4th one. But now the power is a little different because artificial intelligence requires truth. We cannot live on bullshit anymore. And Dan Caplis, you're fucking bullshit, dude. How the fuck could you not? Oh, did I hurt your feeling, Danny? Huh, Daniel? Did I hurt your feeling by dropping an F-bomb to your virgin ears? Huh? I mean, you're a tough guy. You're a fucking idiot, Dan. You learn our laws, bud. Coming into Denver like you live here. Do you live here? Because your office is in Greenwood Village. Beautiful place, by the way, folks. It's probably the most beautiful city in regards to the trees, the landscape, the way the streets are designed. They give you 40 miles an hour. They don't try to choke you out in Denver with 20. There's people putting signs in their fucking front yards in Denver. 25, 20's plenty, and it's 35. Who the fuck are you, man? Who the fuck are you? See, that's where Denver's turning into, where laws don't matter, yard signs do. And it's amazing because some of them yard signs are getting them people in trouble, especially those ones where neighborhood watch. You're just telling the honest people, locks only keep the honest people out. Are you that fucking stupid, people? And I'm only talking about the ones that don't have no clue what's coming, and I'm hurting their feelings because I'm talking truth. I'm dropping some serious, colorful language, and they're taking their rocks and throwing them in my glass house. While they run into their glass houses, and Lord knows what they are doing. And to me, I don't give a fuck. You don't like me, I don't like you. How's that? Equal share of the law. But Dan, I got to tell you, brother, when 630 KHOW came out, and you're a lawyer, and you said that he's going to be the first GOP candidate for mayor in 60 years, I about fell out. I had to make this video. I had to tell you, Dan, where your career's going for doing that. And there's a way to get out of it, but you have to figure that one out on your own because you're the big-ass attorney dude who thinks he's got everything, and you got nothing, Dan. You're headed to the dark web. And we'll see how many, and you'll still survive, but it's going to be a whole different group of people, Danny. So you take your cheese whiz smile. Look. Cheese. Where's the other one? Cheese. You don't see cheese pictures of me on there. When you Google my name, Marcus Giovanni, Google it. Good, bad, or indifferent. And I'm just waiting. That's what we do. That's why they call it the World Wide Web. And I'm teaching other people. We have what's called the EdoClad Project. EdoClad. EDO-CLAD. EdoClad. 2 ways of pronouncing it. And then if you look in a mirror and you write that down, you'll see doll code. Death afterlife code. Do you have one, Dan? Well, I do. And I'm teaching other people about what it is. So if you want to live forever on the internet, so when you're dead and you die, or I die, or they die, or we all die, we still got our digital content. But that's expensive because you're going to pay for where that content is if you own it. And if you don't own it, then you're at the mercy of all the media that owns it. And Dan Caplis is owned by the media. He's not his own man. He can't write shit like I do. Okay? Even if he learns it and tries to come back and, good luck with that, Dan. Because you're headed to the... And there's nothing you're going to be able to do about it. The dark web is a lonely place, Daniel. And that's where fake, bias, bullshit, guys like you who don't even know how to make sure you look up a law before you broadcast it over a FCC radio station. That's the second thing there too, folks. If you're an FCC regulated, you're being indexed digitally. I started that with my group, and there were people that showed me how to do it. So, I mean, I can't tell you who they are. But and it's funny, Dan, because they're powerful Republicans. Oh, remember Mort Marks? I interviewed him September 5th, 2018. And he's grumpy. And he apologized to me before we started filming that he's going to be grumpy. He didn't feel good. But he's a fighter. And he's in his wheelchair. I'm watching him eating pizza. Me and him are laughing, telling me some unbelievable backstories, man. I mean, like, wow. But I can't tell you those. I promised I wouldn't. And I really liked Mort, man. He was told it like it is, and that's what he liked about me. He said, Giovanni, you know what? I like it when you walk in a room and you're wearing those suits. I know what those suits are. You cannot help but notice a well-dressed man, and you do dress well, Giovanni. And that's what caught my eye besides that ponytail of yours. I ain't gonna lie. I'd cut it. But then that wouldn't be who you are. That's who I am. I don't look as good with the hair you have, G. And he talked like that. Like he was a fucking 30-year-old. Little hurt, but when I interviewed him on the 5th of September 2018, he died September 23rd, 2019. You take the 5 that he arranged the date. I didn't. He just called me and said, "Gee, come on over. We have some lunch. You like pizza?" I said, "I love pizza. Come on over. I don't have much time." So I went over there. And he shared his castle and his beautiful home that him and his wife Edie made. And Edie's such a beautiful woman. I don't think anybody understands what she had to do to grow up with a man like that. But that's what she wanted, a man like that. Tell me like it is. And then I don't think people really understand what her friends do, and they're close people. You know what I mean? Because I know them, and they're just wonderful people. And Mort had friends that were Democrats. Did you know that? So anyways, Dan, Mort told me 2 people that were kiss asses. And he told me I could tell you. You and Jimmy Sinsberger. So if I'm not pronouncing his name right, hey, I'm sorry, man. People don't spell my name right. So anyways, Dan, I guess I reached my 15 minutes here quick. But what I do want to tell you, Dan, is that there is redemption. That's the beautiful thing about artificial intelligence. But I'm going to give you a little hint. You need to call me. Because when you don't, I'm going to do another article on you, Dan, and you're going to watch what happens to Ian and everybody else. And I'm not the only one that knows how to do this, but when the alerts come up, I can call Edoclad Project and say, I want this one. Sure, G, you're the man. You own edoclad.com. See, Dan, what's really sad about all this, when you guys bloviate and humble brag all your bullshit, a guy like me comes in and hands you your ass. And I don't even have a high school diploma. I didn't quit school. I was expelled for beating up a bully. That the school, I went to a school, Dan, that had 4,000 students. How many students did you go to, Dan? So when you act like when you have your hands crossed and you got that cheese smile, Dan, you just wipe it off your fucking face because you're headed to the dark web, and you can laugh and all your IT people laugh, but this is what it looks like before artificial intelligence, and then I will film it what it looks like afterwards. Because when you look at the way you have only 210 results, when you put up your identifier, did you know that your uh, social symbols, the at sign, and yeah, hold on, the pound sign. Oh mercy. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So back on point. Sorry, I was interrupted. When you understand the retail uh, signs and how they get indexed, that's what I do, Dan. Google search Observer Indexer, and you'll get a good idea. There's a lot of imposters out there, but we're going to clean that up on January 1, 2023. And everything we do is legal, Dan. 100%. I'm a law-abiding citizen. And that's just the way things are. And all my people are law-abiding citizens, Dan. Do you know what a law-abiding citizen is, Dan? Because you're not. In our industry, you're a halfway crook. And there's no such thing as a halfway crook, but you're a halfway crook. You should have looked up the law before you started boasting off that cheese whiz face of yours, bro. And I'm sorry it had to lean like this, but your whole radio station needs a makeover. Because my dealings with the Republican Party has not been fared too well. That's why I'm an independent, Dan. I'm my own man. I don't need to bounce to nobody's drum. So when I stand before the Lord, he's going to go, gee, you're such a good model. Because, Dan, if I didn't think I was going to go to heaven, things would be a lot different for me. Because it's guys like you, the Cheese Whiz guys, look at me, Dan Caplis. I bet if I clicked on the image, it'd be nothing but Cheese Whiz. Let's see if it's true. Let's see. Oh, there it is. Cheese. You see it? Cheese. Like, what does that tell you? Right there. That's humble bragging in the digital world. Watch, here it goes. Cheese. I don't know what you call that. Cheese. $26 million secured. It's okay, dude. It's okay. You take a third of somebody's money that's been fucked up, and I had Dan Sawaya, or Sawaya Law Firm. Anyways, look at these people. I did this. Full sign a bill making possession of thousands of lethal doses of fentanyl a misdemeanor. I don't know if that's true or not. But I just know that there's a lot of cheese whiz. See? Cheese. What does this tell you about these people? If you didn't know them and you turned that on and you saw that, what would you say? Cheese. If you were the photographer, you'd just say, it's all right, say cheese. That's the whole Kaplan story right there, folks. Whole Kaplan story. Kaplan. Caplis. Now, the reason why I said that before that is it's digital. Digital code, folks. It's always good to know how to say things that trigger other things when guys like that open their big mouths. But 210 results. Out of all the years he's been in town, all the years, that's his end results. 210. Now, that's actually pretty good because usually you have 80 next. So you got 8 pages, 9 pages. Now what happens when I do this, now we're going to scrub Dan. We're going to clean him up. I'm going to verify. Today, Dan Caplis Law was indexed by Marcus Giovanni. The Rodney Dangerfield of politics, who've had some pretty powerful friends that I'm not allowed to tell them of any because I promised I wouldn't. And these guys are laughing their asses off right now. And they're powerful people, folks. And I'm not going to tell you, they're Republicans, they're Democrats, they're all kinds of people. And they're busting up because they're like, wow, I can't believe that this can really happen where you can just go take somebody's. You're not taking their identity over, you're taking the conversation over. See, when you take someone's identity over, you're pretending to be them. And you get their license number and all that kind of stuff, open credit cards, and whew. But in the digital world, the team at see, I don't even know if I'm pronouncing his name right. But now here's the kicker, right? I'm known as the voice of the unheard, which hashtag believe Ian, Google search that. And he is the voice for the innocent victims of severe injuries in Denver. I mean, innocent victims, yes. But think about it. It's all spin, folks. Now, our job is to figure out, and then you'll know how to bleep that out. Because what happens is when you bleep other words out, artificial intelligence has to fill it in. And it fills it in by the conversations that it indexes using apparatuses that have microphones, audio, visual, and motion and voice censored devices. And what happens now, folks, is that, and it's happened now since 2014 we started indexing. China had their social credit system that they launched in 2020. Most of the media, because they don't know, they won't say anything. So their media journalists go out and start trolling and looking and do what they do. That's what a journalist is. It's a paid troll. They troll for content. Excuse me. They troll for content. My allergies are kicking my ass. Anybody allergic to cottonwood trees? Wow. I didn't even know cotton grew on a tree. I knew it grew on a plant, but somehow it morphed into a tree. But I'm not allergic to cotton. But I'm allergic to that cotton. It makes my eyes itch so bad. Congestion. Ugh. I don't take no medicine, though, folks. I don't want no take a pill, so I have to take another pill. So I got to take another pill because I got this disease from the warning that told me not to take these pills because I was going to get that disease and or failure. Now I have to have a pill dispensary system. Fuck that. You all can live in your retail bullshit world because it's going to kill you. And it's so funny because when I was a kid, I used to see these people that were 70 and 80 years old. And they all looked like cotton ball heads. And the men had no hair. And they didn't take showers. Now they got this new deodorant that this OBGYN lady came up with that you can use all over your body. And I heard that her husband told her, honey, your armpits are starting to smell like butt. My thing to these women that you got to take a shower. That's the only way. You're just trying to eliminate having to take a shower. So you got this OBYN whose face is just right up in the camera, and it's like, man, I can smell your vagina from here. Back off. I don't want to see that. I mean, what women are doing is they're you see the women that what happened to the supermodels? I know, no offense, but I don't want anybody to see me naked. There's some guys out there that go look at them because they're not going to look like that forever either. I used to look like that. I used to have a body that both sex like. I had to come, and then to look like a dude that looked like a lady being a heavy metal singer. I didn't know what the hell was going on. I just I gotta let the people shape me? No, I do my own thing. So, thing I'm trying to tell all the people in Denver is that it's getting real. And we can't bullshit artificial intelligence, and Dan Caplis is a model for that. I could have gone after a few other attorneys, like Mike Sawaya, that's his name. Flute playing bitch, he is. That guy, it's okay. He's not here to defend himself, but he knows. Go ask him. And it's so weird because it's all been digitalized. They can't fucking lie. They try. And so when Dan thinks that, and there have been people that, I won't say that either. Anyways, we're done. 26 minutes. That's a long time, folks, to be rattling, holding the phone. You know why I hold the phone like this? To let you know it's real. Let you know I'm just not videotaping it and, on my screen, because desktop publishing is exactly this. I'm publishing my desktop. When you understand the simplicity, Dan, of how artificial intelligence indexes when it sends out its spiders and crawlers, you're now in the crosshairs of the wormhole 2023. And all you had to do, Dan, was look up the law and tell the truth. And if you need help, it's called the Spear Amendment. I got a copy of it. Let me get that. Hang on. There, Dan. Right off the internet. Okay? No woo-doo-woo. Just facts. You know how to read facts, don't you, Dan? You know how to interpret law, right? Well, get a whip of that. So now what you did, and with propping up Andy and you guys using iHeartRadio, now iHeartRadio's got that stank on them. Because their lawyers, when you start doing election stuff, it's really a serious matter now. In the digital world, not the mortal bullshit world you live in, Dan. Oh, Danny boy, this one's gonna bite you in your skinny ass.